Thank you for choosing Rust-Oleum Industrial Brands Concrete Protection Systems for your industrial maintenance project. Rust-Oleum's industrial flooring products are designed to reduce your preparation time, application time, and downtime while lengthening the lifetime of your industrial concrete floors. Rust-Oleum Corporation purchased Concrete Protection Systems, a company founded in 1984 and known for manufacturing high-quality toppings and coatings that could effectively protect concrete in even the most demanding industrial environments. Rust-Oleum CPS offers unequaled protection against chemical damage from literally thousands of industrial chemicals and the durability to withstand physical abuse from the most severe environments. While Rust-Oleum products are user-friendly, you should review the material safety data sheets, technical data sheets, application instruction guides, and label information carefully. Wearing proper personal protective equipment and adhering to sound safety procedures are necessary in any industrial setting. For all Rust-Oleum CPS products, hand mixing will produce inconsistent results and is not an approved method. Mechanical mixing is required. Before starting, make sure the materials, the surface, and the ambient air temperature fall within the published range for that product. No single facet of a concrete coating application contributes more to the success or failure of that application than the evaluation of the substrate and the proper surface preparation. The International Concrete Repair Institute has identified 9 distinct concrete surface profiles, or CSPs. These profiles replicate degrees of roughness considered to be suitable for the application of one or more of the Rust-Oleum Concrete Protection Systems coatings or toppings. Refer to the ICRI technical guidelines for selecting and specifying concrete surface preparations for sealers, coatings, and polymer overlays, guideline number 310.2-1997. The actual surface preparation method used may vary depending upon site conditions, performance criteria, and actual coating system selection. Contact Rust-Oleum Technical Services prior to starting the job if you have any questions. The recommended surface preparation method for the 8100 Overkrete Extra S Premium 100% Solids Epoxy is ICRI CSP number 1 through CSP number 4. This includes acid etching, diamond grinding, light shot blasting, and light scarification. In this video, we will demonstrate the mixing and application procedures for the 8100 System Overkrete Extra S Premium 100% Solids Epoxy. The 8100 System Overkrete Extra S is a premium 100% solids epoxy smooth floor coating for aesthetically pleasing, easy to maintain, high gloss color stability and performance.
This is 8100S, and this demonstration of the 8100S is going to show us a sparse broadcast and a full broadcast into the 8100S to achieve 2 different textures. Both are anti-slip textures. The sparse broadcast is going to be an anti-slip texture with a little bit of anti-slip to it. The full broadcast area is going to give us a little higher film build, a little higher build because we're throwing sand at a ½ pound per square foot into it. And then we're going to get that little extra durability plus the anti-slip finish. But it's going to require a glaze coat tomorrow. This color is tile red, and the application technique is very similar to the others that we've shown, squeegee and back roll application technique. In this instance, our target's going to be 14 to 16 mils. Now, he could have pulled that out and made it work, especially for a demonstration purpose. The problem is if you do it in demos, you end up doing it on a job. And so what happens? We did the whole floor right, and then we got to the very end, and we didn't want to dump out or mix up a little more material. And I see it all the time. I don't want to mix a whole gallon for a quart. So what do? You jeopardize the system as far as the film build that we're supposed to be getting, and it's always on the way out the door. It's the last thing. Mix the extra gallon. Put the amount of material down that you need. Don't compromise, especially when you've done such a good job all the way throughout the project, and you're getting to the very end and everybody's tired and you just want to get it done. Mix that last gallon and make sure you use what you need. Don't stretch it out thin, because the busiest spot is usually your exit door that you're heading out on. It's going to see the most traffic in and out. So really try and make sure that if you need a little extra material, go ahead and mix it. Don't just stretch it out just to make it work. When you're ordering materials, how much extra should I order for waste and overage and hang up in the buckets and things like that? you want to order probably about 5% on material side or so. It depends on the size of the project. If you've got 50,000 square feet, you know, you probably don't need to order, you don't need to get too crazy on over-ordering, but make sure you have a little extra. So 5% is a pretty, between 5 and 10% depending on what it is. If it's aggregate, I probably push toward the higher number. I don't want to run short of sand. I don't want to have to be reusing sand if I don't need to. Okay, what Mike's going to show you now is a sprinkling of some number 36 grit white aluminum oxide. And what I like about the shaker can is you can get uniform coverage. If you're on a larger floor and you have metal spikes on, you can just walk along like Mike's doing, swirl that can. If you look at it and say, that's not quite enough, you can go back, provide even distribution of that aggregate on the floor. Once you back roll it in, and it is necessary to back roll it in, it locks that aggregate into place. So we sprinkle, we back roll, and we lock that aggregate into place. That is one method of taking the same resin that we've used for a chip system, same resin that you can do an orange peel with or smooth finish with. This is an anti-slip finish using the 8100S. It's just the versatility of one product that you can do. The application techniques are all similar with the squeegee and back roll. But in this case, we sprinkle a little bit of anti-slip in there, and we finish it off with a roll. We're doing a full broadcast. Now, 16 mils, full broadcast of Wedrun 480, half a pound of sand per square foot. Tomorrow when we come in and we sweep that off, we're going to put a glaze coat over the top of it, and you'll be able to compare and stand on this sparse broadcast we did and feel it under your feet, and it'll give you a real good feel for how easy it is, number one, to create an anti-slip finish, to do one in a very uniform fashion like this with just a shaker, homemade shaker can. Yesterday we applied the 8100S. We wanted to show a sparse broadcast and back roll using, in this instance, we used white 36 grit aluminum oxide. We also did a full broadcast of Wedrun 480 into the 16 mils of the 8100S to show a contrast of two different anti-slip finishes that you can get. Once this is cured overnight, like we have today, we can come in and simply sweep off the excess sand, and it'll be ready for a finished glaze coat. Make sure that when you're sweeping, you're using clean brooms, that you either have protective booties, or make sure your shoes that you are wearing are clean and no dirt on the bottom. You don't want to track that into the coating system. The next system we're going to demonstrate is we're going to show you the finish coat over our 8100S. We did it 16 mils. We did a full broadcast of rejection of the Wedrun 480. This is going to provide an anti-slip finish, and what we're going to do is finish it with a glaze coat of the same color, 8100S. In this case, it's tile red. So we're going to apply the product in a bead. We're going to pre-charge our roller. What this glaze coat's going to do is it's going to help seal in that full broadcast of aggregate. It's also going to give us a nice glossy appearance. It's going to make this floor much easier to keep clean and still maintain an anti-slip finish. So anywhere where anti-slip properties are needed or additional impact resistance is needed, that's where you'll come in and use this type of system. When you're working with the 8100S, whether it's being used as a glaze coat like this or as a base coat like we did the previous coat, your working times are going to be right around 25 minutes, give or take 5 minutes, depending on the temperature. Now, the temperature range for this product is between 65 and 90 degrees. So when we talked about temperature ranges, we're talking about the temperature of the product, the substrate temperature, and the air temperature. You want to make sure all three fit into that 65 to 90 category. It's pretty straightforward. You know, again, the key starts at what? The key starts at good surface preparation. Without good surface preparation, all this is just going through the motions because it's not going to last. You get good surface preparation, use a good penetrating primer when the system requires one, and then these application techniques are going to lead to long-term service life of the coating system. Full broadcast with an epoxy top coat right in this section right here. That's the look you're going to get over that full broadcast. For cleanup, you can use 160 thinner, xylene, or MEK to clean your application tools. Then dispose of the materials and packaging according to local, state, and federal regulations.
We hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, please contact us at 800-553-8444 or rust-oleum.com/industrial. Thank you for choosing Rust-Oleum, the name that means protection.